All right, hey y'all. It feels so weird to be in front of the camera again. It's been so long, but we're gonna push through it. Been an extremely long time since I've recorded anything or posted for that matter. But hey, if you're new here, you wouldn't know that anyway. So I hope y'all are doing well. Get you some snacky snacks. Yeah, I'm just about to basically give a little rundown before I start posting consistently again. I realized that I've been MIA. So I've been MIA from YouTube at least. Like I'm active on my other socials from day to day, which is by other socials, I mean Instagram. That's really all that I use, but I'm active on there, you know, but I haven't been like actively posting on YouTube in months. So that being said, you know what I'm saying? It's 2022, y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all skin is getting cleared up, ready for the sundress season. It's so hard for me to open up to people in general, but then like, especially like on the internet, you know, but you know, it's okay because transparency a little bit for real. I haven't posted in months, and so I wanted to come on here and just kind of engage you guys, because I know that, I mean, if I want people to engage with me, if I want people to engage with my channel, I have to give you guys something to engage with, and I have to engage you guys first. So with that being said, I got my notebook, I got me some oatmeal, and I got my edges. She ready?
3 hours later.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of where to start, you guys. I'm trying to just, you know, be relaxed and kind of just, you know, share with y'all some of the stuff that's just been going on, because I feel like it's been just a crazy time for everybody. That sounds kind of like a little cliche thing to say, but it's facts. Like, I know a lot of people just be like, man, like, especially since COVID started, within like the last couple of years in general, people just been like, I got so much going on. Me included. Therefore, I know I'll put some stuff in the title. I guess I'll probably address the biggest thing first. I say biggest because it's probably like, I think, yeah, like a couple of my most popular videos are talking about school. Y'all know where I go to college. I go to Harris-Stowe State University, the illustrious, period. Let's just talk about when I started my YouTube channel. It was like, I think the summer before my junior year of college. Yeah, because we just got home, I think, it was either the summer before or summer after. It was like around COVID. I think we were quarantining. We were kind of like on lockdown. So I was at home. I say all that to say, you know, I started it while I wasn't in school. And so I was all confident, like, y'all, I'm ready. You know, all the little YouTubers, they be like, you know, the most important thing is consistency. That's crazy, because like that's the thing that I'm the worst at. But I should have known that when school started, it was going to be especially hard for me. So like I said, I started my channel while I wasn't in school. And basically, y'all, I probably can't even put it into words, but I guess it was just a mess. Like junior year for me, 2020, y'all know that was COVID year. On top of that, I was still in plenty of orgs, you know, at school, doing like extracurricular activities. Basically, I had a lot of stuff on my plate, and that excludes like personal stuff, you know what I'm saying, like family drama. I mentioned relationship in the title, getting to that later. Yeah, y'all, it was a hot mess. We all seen the 2020 memes. I mean, we all lived it, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what like age and stuff all my viewers are right now, but if you was in college or even in high school, you know that like so much bogus stuff was just happening. You know, we got robbed of some of our experiences. I felt especially bad for the graduating classes of high school, both high school and college. It was just a crazy year. And so for me, I guess for me, let's just say when it comes to school, like these last couple years, really that year, 2020, junior year, leading into this year too, when it comes to school, I kind of just didn't. I didn't quit. Let's get that out the way since I put that in the title. However, I could have, and some people might say I might as well have, depending on how you feel about college. I didn't quit, but I failed all my classes junior year, both fall and spring semester. Yeah, that's crazy for me to say, y'all. And I promise y'all, like, I'm sitting here and I can say it with a smile now. But again, transparency. It kind of tore me up. Like, it was kind of crazy because I don't know, the year flew by super fast. On top of that, just background info about me. I've always liked school, but then on top of that, I guess I just always did well in school. And so never failed anything ever in my life. Never really did bad in anything school related, right? All of a sudden, 2020 comes, COVID, classes, activities, drama, everything. It was just, yeah, a mess. Quarantine, lockdown was a hot mess by itself. But yeah, everything layered on top of that. I think I kind of just mentally checked out. And so for the longest, I was telling like my professors and stuff, I was just like, yo, I'm not motivated to do nothing. Like, nothing at all. I was kind of watching like my, just classes just kind of go by. Y'all know for the most part, I think that year everything was virtual. So really I was just kind of like a bystander watching my grades. Just side note, if y'all see me eating, like I said, I got oatmeal right here. I don't want this to get cold. So about to start, But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I think I just mentally checked out. That happened really for me like throughout the duration, like I said, of the entire year. And so that was my junior year of college. Now, as I am currently recording this video, is my last year of college. So that lets me know how long too I didn't even realize like it's been a year since I've started YouTube, like this whole little journey thing, whatever you want to call it. But it has, time is flying super fast. And so now I'm a whole senior, whoop, whoop. But of course, it's like, okay, this huge kind of mishap happened. I made some mistakes in my schooling and stuff like that. So what's next? I wouldn't say that when senior year came around, it completely changed, but y'all know some of the restrictions was lifted. And so more background information about me. I tend to be a people person for the most part. I do feel like when it comes to school, I learn best when I can engage, when I am present, when I can, ask questions and process things verbally and of course mentally. Yeah, I like to discuss. That's the type of learner I am in class. I don't care. I'm the type of person that be like, asking questions and trying to clarify something if I don't understand it, but also further my understanding of what I do already comprehend or understand. Yeah, that's the type of person I am when it comes to school. So as you could imagine, when it was like that period of lockdown, online classes, basically quarantine, I think that contributed for the most part to all of my loss of motivation. Nonetheless, I don't really want to dwell on that. We're not here to talk about failures, period. Like I said, it's now my last year, and I can say with confidence that I am proud of myself. If you're like me, sometimes, it's harder to give yourself a pat on the back, but I think that all of us, hey, you, if you were in school, really anybody for making it through all of this, but if you were in school especially, give yourself a pat on the back, and you didn't quit. And if you did quit, don't feel bad about yourself either. It was tough. But if you didn't quit, give yourself a pat on the back, because we, kept it pushing. And so now it is my last semester, in fact. Y'all know it's 2022. And so, yeah, the spring semester is about to start. And basically, I'm about to be out of there. Now, you probably are wondering, okay, but what happened with my grades? Well, thankfully, like I said, because your girl used to be doing her stuff in high school and whatnot. Yeah, so I had extra credits, and basically that means that I was ahead. Therefore, when I failed my classes my junior year, thank God that I had wiggle room, because now instead of graduating early, which is what I would have done, right? Because like I said, I was ahead. Now I'm just graduating on time. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And your girl came back, senior year, last 2 semesters, and it wasn't great. Like, I used to take pride in getting like super duper good grades. But when I came back after that, after junior year, I was like, I just want to pass. Like, if it's not an A, that's fine, but I just need to pass. I don't want to graduate late. I'm not trying to stay here any longer than I have to. So, and I did, thank God. just this past semester, I passed all my classes, y'all. Really by the grace of God, for real, because it wasn't me. I'm still struggling, but it's better. Progress, it's work in progress. Next topic. Y'all not gonna get much out of me from this. There's not very much to tell. I listed it because it is something that's been going on in my life too. I am in a relationship with someone who I met at school who is just awesome. We've been doing a lot together and stuff like that, spending time, you know what I'm saying? And we don't do toxic stuff over here, so I don't have anything bad to say because there is nothing, for real. Sometimes, this is kind of going off on a tangent. Sometimes y'all, especially, let me know if you can relate. Like, I feel like in my generation, a lot of the times, you know, not just the fact that toxicity is glorified, but that also sometimes people like look for it. I guess that's kind of like saying the same thing, but like, you know, people like ask about your relationship and stuff. Sometimes people be like, oh, okay, like expecting you to say something's going on or expecting you to come with some drama. I'd be like, yeah, we're together. We just, you know, had fun. We just went to this place. We just did this. And like, yeah, we talk, you know, on a regular, you know, all the things. But yeah, like, no, it's very dope. We are kind of on the same wavelength, you know, wavelength. We both fear the Lord. We both are in school, you know, same age too. Like literally our birthdays are a week apart, literally. Same age, be in the same headspace, same, I would say, maturity level, you know, all the things that, you know, people should look for to be compatible with somebody, but oftentimes they don't. It's another video. Another thing that I always and will continue to have on my plate is my business, because that's my baby. And so I mentioned it in past videos, but I do nails. So that was, of course, another thing that I guess I could say added to my stress the past couple years or past couple semesters. But for the most part, it's something that, you know, it's kind of, you know, sometimes when you turn your passion into work, sometimes it feels like work, sometimes it feels like self-care. So it's off and on, but for the most part, that's something that I'm, you know, always going to keep pushing, always feel motivated to do. So with that being said, I kind of want to just, I guess, shift to like all the stuff that I have going on now, or that some of it is stuff that I had going on back then too, but most of it is stuff that I have going on now. One, like my business, I have so many plans, y'all. I mean, really, when I say so many plans, I just mean that like I really intend to go hard, grind, and grow, because I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my past videos on YouTube, but I have been doing nails for a very long time. And I've seen like the trends come and go. I've seen, you know, people, you know, kind of arise and different things become popular. Been in the game for a long time. And so I feel like I've kind of just been like, honestly, like comfortable where I'm at. And not that I haven't wanted to go in the past, but I haven't really pushed myself like I see like other people do. Like I see like nail techs who like started like a couple years ago and like really go hard, because, you know, it's kind of like fresh and new hunger. It's like a new hustle, a new passion. And, you know, and they grow and they're like, that's so awesome. And sometimes I look at that and I be like, dang, like, why don't I have that same hunger? You know, sometimes you just get complacent. But I'm trying to combat that. This year, of course, I'll be continuing to do nails, you know, hooking the girls up. If you in St. Louis, get at me. I always put my socials down in my description box. And also, shameless plug, if you are looking to do nails, guys. So this is another thing that I have kind of like under my business plans and on my radar, you know, is teaching classes. So I've pondered kind of the idea of doing both group classes and one-on-ones, but I think that I like one-on-ones better. So another thing that I've been doing is teaching people how to learn this craft. Background information about that, I guess I could say, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I started actually like, it had to be in 7th or 8th grade. I was like 11 or 12, it was middle school. And so it might have been 6th grade, but I'm not going to push it. Just know it was a very long time ago. And I'm also not licensed. I do not have a nail license, cosmetology license, none of that. Just me, my trial and error, self-taught, got myself, you know, to where I'm at. And so that is what I want to share with people. I've had a couple of like people sign up and have classes with me already, and they've been so awesome. I've kind of started a community, and that's just, I think, so dope to be able to create a community for people who are embarking, on a journey like that one, because sometimes it can be hard for people to find resources, to ask questions, or, if they have specific questions. I mean, even though we live in the age of, quick Google search, it is just helpful and kind of like a safety net to have a community who are also on the same journey as you, especially when it comes to business, because y'all know I did a couple of videos on that as well. But business and like having a small business, your first business, sometimes it can be hard. So yeah, that's been awesome. And if you're interested in that, please feel free, DM me, Instagram. In addition to teaching, your girl just, like I said, gonna keep hooking the girls up, definitely around campus, but also trying to expand just more out into the St. Louis area. Just doing, different things. Maybe even, I'll say this, look y'all, I'm supposed to be giving y'all tea in this video, I guess. It's not the first time I've gotten a couple of offers to work in a shop. However, for the first time, I might actually take someone up on that offer. You never know, I am thinking about it. I'm considering it for the first time, just because I think things in my life are shifting. Like I said, I'm about to graduate college, and so I'm considering it as an option, as an opportunity to be able to work in the shop. I think it would be very cool, and so that might be something that you see. What I'm saying, for me in 2022, your girl come see me pull up at the spot, at the shop, at the salon. LOL, yeah, so I can blabber on about my business goals. I obviously also have social media goals. That's a part of business, like growing my Instagram and of course my YouTube means a lot to me too. And y'all, I promise you, like, this is probably the most transparent thing I can say. But I suck at being consistent. Like, I really do. The way that I always have been, I have a lot of goals and stuff that I want to do, but I don't do it. I procrastinate. I don't keep up with stuff in terms of like, doing it on a regular, keeping up with the routine, staying consistent and disciplining myself. Y'all, and I know that's a lot of people, but I have that bad. But I realized, y'all, like, if in this stage of my life especially, it's kind of like, okay, once you're done with school, the stuff that you're doing now is really going to set you up for like the next stage of your life. And so I'm just realizing that I want to nip these things in the bud, right? Because I don't want to get to a point where I'm older, have more responsibilities, aka, family, whatever that might look like, and still have bad time management skills, and still don't know how to be consistent with nothing, and still can't discipline myself to do what I need to do to be where I want to be. So, that means we got to work on ourselves now. As much as like I'm still, trying to enjoy my college years and stuff like that, I also really want to just grow, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do it now, then, it's going to make it easier for yourself later. That would be my advice to all young folk. Not me saying young folk like I'm somebody old, like I'm somebody auntie, but for real, y'all, I just feel the pressure of like, it's kind of about to get real. Let me know if you're in your 20s, early 20s, and you've kind of felt that feeling of like, dang, like, how people say like the real world finna hit us? Man, it is, I guess, the way, it depends on how you look at it. Not to have a negative outlook, but, we do gotta get our stuff together, These college days ain't gonna sustain us no more. They just not. They not. Another thing that I wanted to mention, guys, I am a psychology major, so you'll probably get a lot of this from me. But also I'm just passionate about mental health, as a lot of people are, and as they should be, because breaking generational curses. I had to really like assess myself, you guys, and like, okay, and say like, okay, what can I remove from my plate right now? What can I manage better? What can I get rid of? What can I, what should I prioritize after I got rid of some things? What should, excuse me, y'all. What should come first? School, activities, business, family, work, whatever. I had to really do a lot of that year that I didn't do all of my classes, because like I said, I was really just super slumped. And so it can be hard if you're like me. You just kind of tend to have your hands in a lot of things. I know there's plenty of people out there who the president of 5 organizations and in the honors college and got 2 jobs, got a business, and they be trading and investing, all the things. And hats off to you, but as long as you're taking care of yourself first, because if you don't, and I've genuinely like experienced it, if you don't, you're gonna get burnt out. And by burnout, I mean you're gonna get to a point where you just can't. You're gonna be so overwhelmed and stressed and tired and fatigued that you're not gonna be able to function really to any kind of extent at all. So this year I also am only participating currently in one organization, and that organization is very fulfilling for me. It's something, again, like I prioritized and said, okay, like, is this something that I want to keep? Is this something that I want to stay in? Is it benefiting me? And it is. It really is. Grown people decisions. So with that being said, y'all know, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. 2022, don't stress yourself out, but also push yourself, challenge yourself. If you don't put any pressure on at all, you're not gonna grow. You know, what's that saying people be saying, like, about diamonds? You gotta be, you know, some type of you gotta be under some type of pressure to grow. Sorry, y'all see me, y'all know how I be like them little like little like dust particles in the air. It was right in front of my face, my bad. That is pretty much all the stuff that I do on a day-to-day, y'all, that I manage. You know, school, my business, relationship, and just relationships in general. Like, I live with my mom, and so I manage, you know, family, friends, hanging out with friends too. We got to make time for that. Business, school, and a job when I had one. And organizations. For 2022, this might sound counterproductive because I just talked about not putting too much on yourself and taking care of yourself, you know, not stressing yourself out. But I have even more stuff planned, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm a busybody. I can't help it. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but it has to do with some other passions I have. I've always loved the performing arts, and so that's something that, you know, I haven't been able to put time into since high school, for real. But like I said, I'm graduating now, and so I'll have a lot of time on my hands, because another thing that I can open up to y'all about is that I'm not going to graduate school, which to some of y'all might be like, so you already got 1 degree. But if you do know about psychology, in the field of psychology, you pretty much can't do anything worthwhile, like meaning like get a good job, you know, without having a bachelor's degree. A graduate degree. But again, because of mental health, and just me wanting to take the time to, you know, I don't want to say do other things, but pour into the other passions that I have, I'm taking a break. And I'm not taking a break that's just like never ending. I know that, you know, eventually, like, okay, I have to, again, push myself, because I know that eventually I would have to, like, you know, say, okay, make a decision. Should I go back to school or should I not? And I still want to go to grad school. So I know I say that to say, I don't want to encourage anybody to just, you know, quit, like, once they get their bachelor's degree, because it is hard out here, y'all. And half the time, people who got a bachelor's degree, which I talked about, check out my video about, is college worth it? Half these people who got bachelor's degrees work in basic minimum wage jobs. With that being said, keep going. If you know that it's going to be good for you, please keep going, because once you stop, y'all, and this is what everybody's warning me against, but I feel I had to do a lot of like thinking through this decision. It wasn't made on a whim at all. But if you just feel like, oh, well, I'm just not going to go, I'll go later. Just know that people oftentimes, most of the time, get complacent. They get comfortable. They start working, don't let you, you know, start a family, and you stick, you know, stay in your job and you have kids, whatever, never end up going back to school. So the best thing to do is go straight through if you know you want to. But for me, you know, I went through a whole process, and I'm confident in the decision that I made to take a break. I'm planning to only take a break for a year, and pursue, you know, these things that I have going on. And so for me, I have faith that God is going to do something, you know, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. I tend to try and just like, I don't want to sound like everybody else on the internet, but I try not to speak too much on what I'm gonna do just because I know myself. When, like I said, I tend to procrastinate, and so I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do something when I know there's a chance that I might not. But on some real stuff, shout out to God, because you know, when you, shout out to, you know, all my people that know, when you pray on something and when you are serious in your heart that, like, you know, God put a passion on your heart and things like that. And when you have faith for real, you know that God is going to move. And when you consult with him, you got to go to him first. When you do that, and that's happened plenty of times for me, he comes through. So I have full 100% confidence that this year is going to be a good year. I think that's a good note to maybe end on. I touched on the big stuff going on in my life right now. Yeah, graduating May 2022. Your girl is trying to just push through, and so look out for when I graduate, because that's when the real fun gonna start. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see me travel vlog every 5 seconds, if I got it like that. Nonetheless, you guys, before you go, don't you dare click off yet. I want to thank y'all for watching, because it really do mean a lot. Like, okay, it sounds super like cliche, but like it does mean a lot. If you like on the same journey and you know like how hard it is, how much effort it takes to put into the videos, it is much appreciated when you watch, share, like, subscribe, for sure, all of that stuff. And so I'm super thankful for all the people that have watched my videos. Shout out to the people that got like my top rated video, my hair video, up to what, like 20 something K. Thank y'all. I'm much appreciative. Subscribe right now if you have not. And yeah, go watch some more of my videos. Stay tuned for all the stuff that I got coming up. I love you guys. Thank you. That's all I got for y'all right now. And thank y'all for watching. Thank you so much. By the way, y'all, this oatmeal was so good. Like, it was fire. Y'all didn't see me munching on it, but I was. It was so good. All right, that's all I got to say.